Listen, y'all, last night I went to my other realm. Some people will call it a dream. But I went to my other realm, and while I was in that realm, I found a suitcase. Not like a briefcase, a suitcase. Tucked in like this little bushy kind of area when I was walking by. And I'm like, what is that? And like, normally, you see a bunch of junk on the side of the road. You don't pay it no mind. Something just registered in my head. Hey, Diaz, go check that. So I walked over. Kind of hesitant, right? I was like, Like, I don't know what it could be. Like, nowadays, you don't know. So I slowly walked over. And at first, I just kind of like kicked it a little bit just to make sure there wasn't like nothing like moving or anything like that, because I see too many videos of people dumping animals and things like that, and like it's not something that I just wanted to see. Didn't do anything. So I was like, all right. So I slowly pulled it out to the open to where I could see it. And I slowly was unzipping it as I was like tapping it and stuff like that, just to make sure like, animal just wasn't like passed out or sleeping, or just all this stuff was going through my head. So I got it around to the front, and I'm like, at this time, like all these things are going through my head, like what could be in here, whatever. Because I watch these crazy movies and all kind of things, even though like the movies ain't real, but like all this stuff was going through my head. So finally I got it zipped all the way around. I'm like, okay, prepare your mind for whatever you're about to see. I open it up. Now, listen, it was a bag inside there filled with money. Filled. I was like, and I'm sitting there looking around, I'm like, okay, like, is somebody watching me? Like, is this a prank? Like, what would you do kind of TV show? And I'm like, okay, like, it was like a trail kind of area. So I'm like, okay, like, I know that somebody just didn't randomly just drop it here, and you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, why would there be like a prank TV show kind of thing on a trail? So I'm sitting there thinking and thinking. So I sat there for a minute. Nobody was going by. And I'm like, And this was in the middle of the day. So I'm like, okay. So I picked it up. And I'm like thinking, okay, what way can I go back? Because if I go the main way, somebody's going to see me walking out with a suitcase. They're going to be like, okay, what were you doing with a suitcase on a trail? So I finally got back to my car. Put it in my car. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait like 5 minutes because, somebody could pop out and be like, oh, like prank, whatever. So now I got to thinking, I'm like, wait, no, like, fuck this. Like, I got the money. Nobody will know, like, unless they have cameras. So I'm sitting there looking around, no poles, no cameras, no nothing. I was like, bet. Like, my first thing was, okay, should I call somebody? Nope. So I left. I got back to my house. I counted the money. Please let me go to this realm. For real. $1 million. I literally, as I was counting it, like I was just like, and it was in like stacks. But like, me, like, I'm meticulous. Like I have to make sure that it's all right. So I physically counted one by one. So then I was like, like, what should I do? Like, I can't just go to the bank and just drop $1 million in the bank. So I'm like, okay, I can't do that. I had a safe in my house. So I was like, all right. Like, I literally would have to go buy another safe because my safe isn't huge, but it's big enough. So I'm like, I'm like, all right, if I go and just like deposit maybe like $500 or, you know, $1,000, something like that, that's a possibility because it don't get red flagged until it's so much amount of money. So I put the money up. I took like a couple thousand with me, and I went and I put some money in the bank, and I went and got, you know, some things that I needed to get, and then I came back to the house, and I'm like, shh. Like, I was itching. Like, I wanted to tell just somebody. And the only person, like, on this earth that I would, like, 100% trust is my father, and he's not here. So, I was like, okay, I can't tell anybody. So, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I want a house. Like, I want this. I want that. And I'm like, $1 million. I'm like, like, they're gonna look at me. They're gonna look and they're gonna say, how did you come up with this money? Like, you know, whatever. And I know you could put a down payment on a house. So that was another thing that I was thinking. I was like, okay, so maybe if I put a down payment down on a house, I could just put whatever money I want up that's going to cover the house and then just make my regular payments like I normally would. So I ended up doing that. I waited like 2 or 3 days, and I applied for like this loan and stuff like that. So I went to the bank. I talked to the people, and they said, you know, how much money do you have down? This house was like, I forget what it was. It was like $250,000, but it was the house that I wanted. Like, it was ready to move in. Like, with everything that I wanted to put in it, it came up to like $325,000. That was with like all the furniture and things that I wanted to do to it. So I ended up doing that. Like, I slowly just was buying things to put into the house. And y'all, listen, to tell you that I woke up and actually wanted to be in that other realm permanently, yeah. I literally woke up and I was just like, take me back, because it's what I wanted. So when I woke up, I'm like, this is it. Like, it's telling me to grind harder. It's telling me that I could do it. I don't have to find money to do it. I could do it. It was just telling me to put my money where I need it to be. So y'all, listen. After that dream, that realm that I was in, y'all, listen. I still think about it. I could literally, if I close my eyes, I could literally feel myself touching all of that money. Even though that I know it's physically not real, like, I literally touched $1 million in my other realm. So guess what? Your girl Diaz is going to go get it. I mean, not the suitcase, but I'm going to go get what I want. And it doesn't even have to be $1 million. I could go get a house that's like $50,000 and do what I want to it. I can get a house that's $45,000 or $60,000 or whatever and do what I want to it to make it mine. And I can make it spectacular. I don't need a mansion. I don't need 10 cars. I don't need a maid service. I don't need a driver. Like, none of that stuff. So, like, to me, like, being rich is up here. It's not all the physical things. Because anybody can have cars and a house. I have cars and a house now, and that doesn't mean anything. Just because you have a 10-bedroom house or a 15-bathroom house or 12 cars in your garage does not make you rich. It makes you stupid. Because the more you have, the more money you gotta put out. Duh. So, just letting y'all know, it's achievable. It really is. It's achievable. So, go get it. Alright, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And I will see you guys in the next video.